Hi there, it's Mrs F from the Scottish Technology Teachers Association coming to you today with a wee design and manufacture related task. So as we are presumably studying design and manufacture, we should know by now that it does go beyond just what we can make in our school workshops, and design and manufacture can be transferred into the real life commercial world. So I've got some different tasks here that are differentiated for S3, National 5 and higher. I like to encourage my pupils to present their work in whatever way they feel comfortable with or whatever way excites them the most. So I've given you some examples there, a poster, a presentation, a video, etc. But I would be absolutely happy to get any of those. Your teacher might specify that they want the task done in a certain way, and that's okay. So we've got 3 tasks here, like I said. S3, process identification. What I want to do is look at those 3 processes there. I'll link the YouTube videos later on down on the description for you. And I want you to just think about looking at the PowerPoint slides again that will be linked below, figuring out what these processes are, looking at the videos that show you these processes in action, and then think about what have I got around me every day that I can see which has been made using these processes. Okay, same for National 5, but I want you to take it a wee bit further. I want you to take it a wee bit further and explain why you think that's the correct process, because that's just as important as identifying it in the first place. A wee bonus there as well to explain how die casting is different to sand casting. Alright, and again, I'll put these video links in the description below. For higher, of course, we want to take that a step further. We've got some different processes again, but I want you to identify the features of the product that suggest that is the correct process. And each of those things, each of those methods of manufacture have very specific identifiable features. And that's a really classic higher exam question. All right. Would also be useful to describe the benefits of these features. So what do they actually do? Why are they there? What are they helping the process to do? All right, and again, it's up to your teachers might specify how you present this information. They might have a specific way they want you to do it, but I'll leave that up to you and your teachers to decide. Thanks.